Good day everyone, I am Glodeline Mangampo with Ivan Cris Odiver and we are going to continue the reporting of Chapter 3, Assessing Effective Learning Outcomes, and this is all about the selected response format. So there are three types of selected response format presented in this section. We will learn about rating scale, semantic differential scale, and then the checklist. Firstly, we have rating scale. This is a set of categories designed to gather information on quantitative attributes in social sciences. In this case, Likert scale or 1 to 10 rating scales is the most widely used to assess attitudes. Likert scales are among the most widely method used. A Likert scale is a set of categories designed to measure the strength of agreement or disagreement with statements related to attitudes, opinions, and perceptions. Here's how a Likert scale typically works. First, respondents are presented with a series of statements or questions. Second, they are asked to indicate their level of agreement of or disagreement with each statement on a scale, usually ranging from strongly agree to strongly disagree. Third, the scale may include intermediate options like agree, neutral, and disagree. And last, response on a Likert scale are assigned numerical values. Example, 1 for strongly disagree, 2 for disagree, 3 for neutral, 4 for agree, and 5 for strongly agree. Likert scale provide researchers with quantitative data that can be analyzed statistically to understand the distribution of attitudes within a population. So common statistical analysis include calculating means, medians, or frequencies of responses to assess the prevailing attitude towards specific topics or issues. So similarly, 1 to 10 rating scales are also used to assess attitudes or perceptions by asking respondents to rate their agreement, satisfaction, or other attributes on a numerical scale from 1 to 10. This scale allows for more granularities in responses compared to traditional Likert scale. So both Likert scales and 1 to 10 rating scales are valuable tools in social sciences for gathering quantitative data on attitudes and perceptions. They provide researchers with structured and standardized method to measure subjective responses and opinions, enabling more rigorous analysis and interpretation of attitudes within a given population or sample. So these scales are versatile and widely employed across various fields of social research to explore and understand human behavior, preferences, and beliefs. Another type of selected response format is a semantic differential scale, in which a part of adjectives are used to provide connections with feelings, beliefs, and opinions that can be measured by degrees of agreement that show both opposite directions and intensity. The teacher let the student check in between each pair of adjectives that describes the positive or the negative aspects of a given trait. There are also three things to consider when writing semantic differential scale. First, bipolar adjectives are simple and economical means of obtaining data about students' reactions. Second, ratings on a bipolar adjective scale tend to be correlated on the three basic dimensions of response, a- account for the most of the variation in ratings. C, or the last one is a some adjective scales are most pure measures of evaluation. Examples of adjective used in terms of their dimensions is difficulty, the easy to difficult, potency to powerful to powerless, and activity from slow to fast. So this scale provides a structured method of respondents to express their opinions or feelings in a continuum between two opposing attributes. So here's how a semantic differential scale typically work. First, respondents are presented with pairs of adjectives that represent opposite poles of a particular trait or concept. Example, happy, sad, modern, traditional, and efficient, inefficient. Next, each pair of adjectives is separated by a continuum of or scale with anchor points at each and representing the extremes of trait, from very happy to very sad. Next, the respondents are asked to mark or indicate their position along the scale to indicate how they perceive the concept being measured. And then last, the distance and direction of a mark from each endpoint provide insights into the respondent's attitude or feelings toward the trait. For example, if a semantic differential scale is used to measure the concept of trustworthiness, respondents might represented with pairs of adjectives like trustworthy, untrustworthy, reliable, unreliable, honest, and dishonest, and then ask to mark their level of agreement or disagreement along the scale between these opposing attributes. So this semantics differential scale allows for the measurement of both direction, positive or negative, and the intensity of attitudes or perceptions towards a given trait or concept. It provides a more nuanced understanding compared to simple Likert scales by capturing the nuances of feelings, beliefs, and opinions of a multidimensional continuum. In an educational setting, such as a teacher using these skills with students, it can be also useful tool to assess perceptions, preferences, or attitudes towards specific topics, concepts, or learning experiences. The structured format of a semantic differential scale helps to standardize responses and enables quantitative analysis of qualitative data related to subjective experiences and opinions.
Checklist: the easiest tool to develop compared to rating scale and semantic differential scale. It consists of simple items that the student or teacher mark as present or absent of a certain attributes that describe the affective traits. Checklist is for the tool describe or assessing specific attributes or behaviors related to student performance or behavior in a classroom setting. It's designed to be simple and easy to use. So the checklist format consists of a list of items, attributes, or characteristics that the observer such as a teacher wants to assess. Response option for checklist. For each item on the checklist that there are two response options. This is the present or absent. Usage for the checklists. Student or teacher mark each item based on whether the attribute or behavior is observed or not observed. These are the purpose. Helps to systematically evaluate and track certain behaviors or actions that are important for learning and classroom management. For example, the checklist may include items like student will attend classes on time, student will submit assignment on time, student will actively participate in classroom discussions, student will follow instruction during examinations, and student will ask questions during classroom discussions. By using this checklist, teacher can quickly assess and monitor specific behaviors or attributes among students, providing valuable feedback and insights into areas where improvement or encouragement may be needed. Checklists are straightforward tools that can be easily developed and implemented to support effective classroom observation and assessment of learning outcomes.